what I'm talking about when I say claret. I mean blood. I'd crack my head open again. I've got a multitude of scars by self-inflicted injuries on my body. Some have been inflicted by other people, caused by other people, I should say, not inflicted. There are injuries on my body that people have inflicted deliberately. About 2 years ago, I shattered my left arm defending myself while one person beat me with a stick, or tried to beat me with a stick, and the other one wanted to stab me with a torch until I got his weapon. They quickly fucked off when I pulled my knife out. Oh yeah, I don't travel around unarmed. That's the other thing, and I quickly got a reputation of don't fuck with that cunt. Like I said, black, white or Brenda, I'll give you the time of day, but the instant you want to be aggressive with me, I'll retaliate. It's not I'll be aggressive back, I will retaliate, I will protect myself. I am trained to do so. If I need a little bit extra, I carry a small 4-inch pocket knife on me. Why 4 inches? Because that way I can legally carry it around till they lower the restriction again. I don't need it. It's basically something I can pull out and say, look, leave me alone. I'll do my thing, you do your thing, let's go our different ways. That's the thing about Buddhism, even being semi-Buddhist. You've got to learn to let go. It's not just about letting go of all your material possessions, and you don't have to. You just have to live comfortably and happy, and things that irritate you, you gotta try to make them irritate you less. You can't stop things from irritating you, that's impossible. Well, you can, but the ways you have to do it may get you in trouble, or may earn you some enemies you don't want. That's another thing with strategic thinking. I don't think about the person I'm taking on. I think about all their friends and family. See, I don't have a lot of friends and I don't have family apart from my own and the ones I've found. Yeah, well, they didn't think I'd go looking for them. And normally, to the public, a lot of information is closed, but one of my jobs was strategics, learning everything about my target before going after my target. So finding a civilian, regardless if it's a needle in a haystack, I'll find you. I can still do it today, I just don't bother. I'm sure there's more family members out there, but would you really want to find someone that didn't want you? And then I find out that they not only didn't want me, they blamed me for everything that went wrong at that present time. It was all my fault, and it's all my father's fault apparently as well. My mum had nothing to do with it. And I'm like, but you were there. You got pregnant. Like, that's the question I asked. Like this pretty much is going out to females. I have asked other females, but if you're the other woman The man's cheating. Okay, yes, he's in the wrong, but he's cheating with you. You're the other woman. You get pregnant to him. Apparently, you're in love. Rah rah rah. All that mushy bullshit. But you didn't know he had another family. You thought he was all yours. He lied to you. Now, people lie. I mean, that's the thing that humans do. She left him, apparently, and didn't even tell him I existed. So my father doesn't even know I exist. Because of a Christmas card he received from his family. Wife. I've got a sister out there somewhere. She doesn't know me, and, well, all I know is she exists. That's it. That's what my mum took from me. Not only did she take my father from me, but she took my half-sister from me as well. She doesn't know the devastation she did to my life, but she blames me and my father for everything. Even later in life, she still blames me for everything, and it's like, you're the parent. Growing up and becoming a parent, I know my responsibility, but I'd never do anything like that to my fucking kids. Even if I hated my ex, which I don't really particularly won't go that far as, like, hate her guts with a vengeance. That's what I was going to say, but I don't hate my ex that much. I just very much dislike her and what she does to herself and the fact that she's the mother of my kids. But if I was pregnant with a child and my partner didn't know and I ended the relationship and didn't tell him, well, I wouldn't. I'd never do something like that. Like, because you don't know what you take away from... You're not taking away from him. That's what I mean. I'm all about my kids. I'm all about my fucking animals, because they are my kids. But you got to think what you're taking away from your child. And she didn't give me anything better, apparently. The guy that she got with, as soon as he had his own child, like, she goes, because I met her and we spoke, and she goes, you had everything. He treated you like he was your own. And I'm like, yeah, but there's a but there. But as soon as he had his own son, I became non-existent. They were my words. I became non-existent, which is what I experienced with that man. I kind of say that I was adopted. I wasn't. But it felt like I was. I was the odd one out. I was the one that didn't fit in. And I was the one always blamed for everything. And, yeah, okay, I acted out in the wrong way. I'll fucking openly admit that. But how's it go when no one's there to guide you, apart from your uncles and aunties that have their own families and shit to deal with? Your so-called dominant parent that's meant to guide you through your life and show you things and help you things hasn't got the time for you. As soon as another sibling comes along, you're older, you should know better. You're older, you're responsible. I don't need to spend that much time with you. I need to spend all my time with this. Now, I do understand raising a baby is a big job. But when you put it in the hands of your 15-year-old son, or 14, or 13, or 12-year-old son, you're out of line. When you care more about the guy you're sleeping with than your own children, I don't have any respect for you whatsoever. And I will act out in any way I want. I've been taught nothing. I've been guided so wrongly and eschewed by the so-called dominant figures. The little tidbit of the story of Graham, that's how I speak of him these days, Graham Jonas. That's why I've got the fucking legal last name Jonas. That man, if you can call him that, calling him from across the road, he doesn't acknowledge me until I tell him who I am. His response to that is, "Oh, you're Lynn's son." I lived with the man for 7 years. After he divorced my mum, you know what this lovely man, this lovely English, upstanding Australian English man did or said to me at 7 years of age? "You're not my son. I don't have to look after you, give you anything, care about you anymore." He won't remember it. He's got dementia or something. He's fucked. He got his karma. I'm actually laughing my ass off. It's like, suck shit, old man. At least I got my memories. It's the same with my mum. She has a very askew outlook on, or memories of how it happened, how it went down, what she did. Oh, she's an upstanding woman. She's never done any wrong by her children. And I sit there going, oh, really? Who are your children? And she'll start off, like, because I'm talking to her, she'll start off with my brother. And then my older sister, then my youngest sister. I mean, the next youngest, and then the very youngest. I'm like, hang on, you're missing one name there. And she's like, am I? So both parents don't even acknowledge you. Don't you think I'd rather be an orphan or a street kid than fucking be with that family? The only parent or people or parent figures or dominant figures in my life, there's about 6, but they're my aunties and uncles. And and my nan. And I will say, out of the 6 or 7 of them, we're down to 5. Nan passed away and Uncle Alan passed away, and he was a giant fucking teddy bear, man. Like, this guy was awesome. Not to mention chance after chance, and I still fucked it up. Not deliberately, it was accidental, but... Because, you know when you look for a father, I don't know with some people, but when you look for a father figure, and you find one, and he's an upstanding man, and you really don't want to let him down. I let my Uncle Alan down a lot of times, and my Auntie Sissy. Like, I'm not proud of what I did with them, like, to let them down. But I was young. That's my only excuse. I was young, no guidance. So, yeah, and I didn't have a lot of good influences around me too. But really, it's excuses for the decisions I made. I let them down. I fucked up. I did the wrong thing. That's the other thing with Buddhism. You realize that you sit back and you fucking... Like, I'm not going to write a karma list, no fucking way. Anyone watch My Name is Earl? If I wrote a list, I would be fucking writing that fucking list till the end of my fucking days. And some of them people, well, now that I look at it, they got their karma. They got their payback, or they got a better life than me, or something like that. I mean... Whatever I did in their lives, I didn't fuck it up that bad. Like, as a civilian, I've never done any serious crimes. Not really. I've never hurt, I don't deliberately hurt anyone, and I wouldn't. The only reason I'd use my combat skills is to defend myself or someone close.
How are we doing out there? Our guys still have a pulse?
Which I have done in the past. But even doing so can get me in trouble.
I mean, I'm grateful either way. Just hoping we can keep things simple.
like I said, if there's any military personnel or police or security, like after being trained a certain way, you're classed a certain way, which means you really aren't allowed to use your skills, even though it may call for it, may. But in a court of law, you know how fucked up we'll get. Because we are trained in hand-to-hand combat. We are trained in many ways to inflict a lot of damage quickly. And in military situations, yes, or combat situations, yes, it is required. But in civilian situations, unless you're taking on some kind of skilled fighter, and even they are under restrictions as well, like MMA fighters and wrestlers and boxers and stuff, they're under the same restrictions. They are classed as a lethal weapon because they know how to inflict a lot of pain very quickly, and certain points to hit that will ultimately end in someone's demise. I mean, everyone knows about shoving the nose into the fucking brain. I'm not going to show or tell anyone exactly how to do that, but that is a very quick way to end someone's life. But it's a very difficult thing too to accomplish. People think it's easy, it's not. The throat punch, the twist of the neck. But if you don't have the strength or the skill, these techniques will be very quick, very useless in your hands. Like, I could tell you till the cows come how to do it. If you're not physically capable of doing it, basically I'm putting you at risk. So I'd rather not say anything. Because I'm sure there's a lot of players out there, oh, now I know how to get... No, you don't. It's not just about strength either. It's also about mindset. Are you really capable of doing that? My first one was pretty risky. Although I also had my commanding officer screaming in my earpiece, so... But it wasn't as difficult for me because I'd worked on cattle stations and other places that, it kind of requires, well... It's not the same as hunting, but you're less squeamish when you pull the trigger. Like, it's a big step from going from an animal to a human being, but... Like, if you find it easy, man, you should be locked up. Or go join the army. At least they'll let you do it there. Being in the police force, that's not going to help you. Like, sit in the car, eat donuts, fucking sit behind a desk, and that's what I mean. The last time I had something stolen, like, that's what I mean. I'm that fucking law-abiding. I actually laughed at myself now. I went to make a police report about a stolen scooter that happened, well, it got stolen off me while I went to the doctor's in front of someone, which was the really funny part. Like, you were sitting there on your phone, and my scooter's getting bolt cutted off the fucking thing, and a group of people are fucking just walking off with my scooter. And she's like, oh, was that your scooter? But anyway, getting back to the police report, they're like, oh, you got to go online. I'm like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Oh, no, there's a number you can call, but they'll still tell you to go online. I'm like, so I've got to go online to report a crime. I don't get to speak to a human or, sit at a desk and explain the situation. Although, when you're in trouble, they're like, bang, what's your name? Where do you live? And I'm like, wow, you guys are fucking awesome when it's not fucking, you know, you don't have to do any hard work like pick up a fucking pencil or type on a computer. And the copper looked at me funny. I'm like, no, the other day I tried to report my stolen fucking scooter and he just told me to go online. And he's like, would you like to make a report? And he got out his tablet and I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me. And he was just taking the piss. He wasn't going to make the report. He was still interested in where am I going? What am I doing? And I'm like, I'm carrying 2 bags full of fucking groceries and I'm right out the front of my fucking house. And I just explained the place that he's looking for, no one lives in it. It's been abandoned for the last year. And he's like still sitting there questioning me and I've given him everything he needs. I'm like, dude, you are really fucked in the head. Are you new? And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, Hasco, most of the guys around here, they know who I am. They know to stay away from me because I'll throw your fucking job in your face. And you can't get up me for saying the for the F word because, Hasco, I'm not directing it at you. I'm just, and he's like, hey, have you got a problem? I'm like, yeah, I do. I have Tourette's. I have a speech impairment. I have problems pronouncing my words, and when I get flustered, I swear. Or when I get confused, or, yeah. And the cops, the other cop, the older cop, and he was just laughing his ass off. He knew me. And when they drove off, I'm pretty sure he's like, did you know him? And he's like, probably sitting there, because he was the driver, he's like, yeah, I know him. He'll throw the fucking job in your face, mate. Why are you here fucking annoying me when there's kids running around fucking stealing cars? Kids going into houses with machetes and holding up families, like, what the fuck, man? You're harassing a civilian on the side of the fucking road with his groceries in his fucking hands when there's kids doing shit like that. You know why they don't go fucking after the kids? Because they can't touch them. Legally, they're not allowed to touch them. And the kids know it. But the cops also know if any of them little fuckers come into my yard or my house, you'll find a pile of fucking idiots in my front yard waiting for an ambulance. I'll even let my dogs have a go so they can get a bit of taste of meat. They're hungry. Yeah. But maybe, just maybe, before they go and kill themselves in another stolen car, they spread the word that the fucking owners are fighting back. Had a fucking enough. You bring your fucking machetes, your guns, your fucking boys. I don't need a machete. I don't need a gun. I'll let me dogs go. If you're quicker than them, good on ya. You still got to stop chomping jaws and scratching claws. And I bet you my 8-week-old pup will latch onto your nuts and won't let go. They're not guard dogs, they're hunting dogs. Just keep that in mind. My dogs are, one's a cattle dog cross boxer. The other one's, you don't see it in her, but she's a cattle dog cross Staffordshire or something like that. She's a very streamlined dog. Me boy's fucking rock solid. He's the bruiser, the blocker, the muscle. It's me girl you got to watch out on. And then the 8-week-old pup has got a bit of both of mum and dad, so all 4 mixes. But she's got more of dad's side. And she's got more brains than both of them. She's the one to look out for. At 8 weeks old, at 6 weeks, no, 5 weeks old, she was eating solids and drinking. She's a survivor of 7 because her mum wouldn't feed her. That's why she's drinking and eating at such a young age, because her mum refused to feed her. Brand new parent, didn't know what to fucking do. My housemate kept on trying to tell me, oh, this and that. I'm an animal behavioralist and trainer, so I knew exactly what the fuck was going on. She didn't want him. She still doesn't want the cunt. I love my little granddaughter, my little granddaughter puppy. She's fucking awesome. Can't wait till I take her out pigging. Like I said, Mum and Dad will probably hold the pig down, and she'll just be go fucking hanging off the neck or the fucking nose. I don't hunt with gun, I hunt with bow and knife. In Australia, apparently, having a crossbow is illegal. And it's too much like a firearm. I don't like, well, yeah. It's not that I don't like, it's I vowed never to pick up a firearm again. When they released me from the military prison, I said, don't bother fucking give me a call, mate. I don't want my guns back. I'm never picking up a gun in my life again. Even if they do call me back, kit me up, I'm never going to touch that gun again. I'll have it slung over my shoulder, and that's what I was going to say. I'll even walk out on the battlefield like that. If that's it, if my destiny is to die on the battlefield, why not? But I will not pick up a firearm again. Too much goes wrong when that happens. I don't like guns. I mean, I like everything else, the creativity and customization. I mean, I do have gel blasters, but they're not firearms. They're gas propelled, or they're basically like a giant Nerf gun, basically, or a fucking more. Well, it's closer to the training guns we use in the military. And forces, like police force and stuff like that. The ones I own anyway. They're very realistic, but they still shoot like paintballs or gel bullets, or... And they're gas propelled or air propelled. Basically non-lethal. Although, don't get me wrong, I have been trying to modify my pistol. Like, I got two Colt 1911s. I've got a M1, or basically an AR. And then I've got a S car, couple of rifles, yeah, a few nice ones. The Vector 45, like, they all look like the gun, have the same weight. The reason I've got two Colt 911s, one's custom, one's not. I'm very nostalgic that way. If I'm gonna, like, it's the same with cars. If I was gonna buy a car, I'd buy two. One to customize, and one to keep completely original. Like my 57. I'm going to buy two rolling shells and then completely build the car from the ground up. One will be completely original, like the day it rolled off the showroom floor. That will be my daily driver. And then I'll fully customize the other one to my liking. Even maybe put some new technology in. like the dashboard and shit. Especially with the engine. That's going to have a 454 fully blown.
Okay, keep things quiet and this will be easy. Means the factory won't be expecting us at all. All you gotta do is sabotage the
But the original's just going to have this 350 it came out with.
They'll be none the wiser. But listen, if you want to blow the trucks up, there's no way of keeping that on the down low. You'll be alerting the whole cartel that you're coming for them. But hey, maybe that's your style. Remember,
If my
just because you look the part doesn't mean they'll let you go anywhere you want. A lonely driver like you can't access all areas.
fuck, where?
Those guys know you're headed, you gotta take them out. Otherwise, you risk the cartel hearing all about it.
Get off that fucking.
Locker or something similar.
I can't get it every time.
All that without a witness. That's a Detroit maneuvering.
If you're looking for the screwdriver, it's there. Over on the table behind the truck over there. I'll show you. There. There. Or over there. There's 4 because you can take 4 players on it. So you can all hit the things. I think when you take all 4 players on, you
CCTV's wiped. As far as the cartel know,
all of them are full or got something in them. But when you do it on your own, 3 are full, the last one's empty. Depending on where you get the card. Yeah, I know what I got and I know where I can make more money, but running around selling drugs is not all I do. I mean, I do the side missions, as you see. This is the second one I'm doing.
a key card must be around there somewhere.
Hopefully, because I've already alerted them, I don't have to worry about it, but someone will come down in the elevator. If you look on your map, that little square, just, oh, fucking straight away. Just start, and then you press your circle button and get out of it, and you can do it stealthily. You can do this stealth without them seeing you. Maybe me talking was what alerted them. Anyway, now that they're all gone, I'm sure a lot of people watch my videos and this, and they go, "Why you keep on doing all of them?" It's like, sometimes you get 6 grand, sometimes you get 9 or 8 or whatever it is. When you're broke or you don't have a whole lot of money, that little bit of money goes a long way. I mean, I even pick up the cash that's on the ground, fuck ya. If I'm going to go to the effort of killing someone, I'll fucking rob the cunt too. May as well. Maybe for them longer line, but that's the other thing I found as a joke. I can't remember the name. Don't quote me on the name. Don't ask me about the name, but it was over 8,000. And he rage quit because everyone else beat him to the job. And I was like, you're an 8,000. What vehicle don't you have? Surely you had something to keep up, or surely you knew which way to go. Now, this was going out to the weed farm on the A-series job for Trevor. Now, everyone goes through the city, and I mean everyone, all my mates included. No one follows me up the fucking highway. And everyone wonders why I get there first. It's an open road. I know that road like the back of my fucking hand. And then you turn it into the fucking weed farm. You don't go through the middle of the fucking weed farm where everyone is. You duck up the side. This is another reason I want to get back to the other heights so I can show people what I do. How I get there so quickly. Why I get there so quickly. It's not just about the way I go. It's also about the vehicle I take. It doesn't have to be the fastest. It just has to be a vehicle you know well. Because if you keep it on the road and you keep it going, you don't slow down. You don't hit anything, you don't slow down. And don't get me wrong, I hit things too. But that's like my biggest challenge for myself is, I love that car. Why the fuck would I want to fucking trash it? I mean, yeah, it's GTA. So you take out one of your fucking dune hoppers or... Man, I've got fucking all kinds of toys. They don't go very fast on the road, but you take them off-road, you'll have a whole heap of fun. Like my trophy truck, I love that thing. That's fucking awesome.
Don't worry about the flatbed being tracked. What are they gonna do? Report it to the LSPD.
There's a lot of vehicles I got, but they're like, oh, you got the Raju and you got the fucking stealth helicopter and you got this and you got that. Why don't you use it? Oh, fucked up. Sorry, Jinxie, I didn't take your way. I gotta go the long way. Oh, actually, this one's easy because then I don't have to do that turn. Yeah, Jinxie, your way's good, but you don't have to do that fucking zigzag fucking thing. Oh, Black Eyed Peas, cool. Ooh, so gladly, my own streams. Sometimes you thinking about you. And every single thing you can say, missing you. What you used to do. You. Thinking about you. Every single thing it's missing you. And you used to do. Meet me halfway. Right on the borderline, say I want this way for you. I'm young now. My name and my heart legitimate, and this is where I stay. Oh, I can't go no any further than this. I want to be my only chance. Going around the world and changing 7 seas. Reaching from the universe and seas. Can you meet me halfway? Right on the border. See, they do have, like, why do you play the music? Because there's music everyone knows. Why not? I mean, when I'm flying on a heist or fucking, you know, got the crew with me, why not whack on some fucking tunes? It's better than that. Drama. We're going to a mission. Oh no. We're gonna die. Or someone's gonna fuck it up. I bet you are all wishing you could see me. Like, have a camera on me like, hey, the world. That'll come later.
When your train arrives at the factory, the cartel will
and see my biggest fan wherever he is. Not in the room at the moment. Probably off fighting his brother. Oh, MJ, me and him are inseparable. Why I say we're both, like, we got a bond that no one else would understand is we both were rejected from our families. We're the odd one out. We're the unwanted, rejected runt. Well, I wasn't exactly the runt because I was the oldest, but yeah, as I explained before, you know, you're to blame. It's your fault. It's your father. I'm like, my father doesn't even know I exist, so you can't even bring him into it. but it's his fault that everything went bad. No. Young 19-year-old, 20-year-old got into what she thought was love, did the thing that everyone did, and didn't use protection. And then she sort of thinks about it, looks at me funny, and she's like, really? Shut up. Like, yeah, I'm right, aren't I? And how's it go? Don't tell me, like, fucking, what, 1961? You couldn't have an abortion. Yes, it was controversial, but yes, you could have an abortion. So, yeah, don't argue that point with me either. If you didn't want me, why have me? Just to torment me about my father that he doesn't even know I exist because it's all his fault, when really you're the other person, be it male or female. When being the other person, and then a child gets involved, I don't know about anyone else, but once you become a parent, you like to know. Because I had the same kind of thing happen to me. Like, 4 years later, someone comes back and goes, yeah, it is yours, it's not the other guy's. I'm like, oh, really? Well, that's the other thing. Like, the girl that came back and said, oh, this is yours, like 4 years later, I was keen to be a father at 19 or whatever it was when she got pregnant, but she said it wasn't mine, it was someone else's, so I backed off. Well, we still remained friends, that's why she came back 4 years later, and pretty much, yeah, you won't hear it often, fellas, but a female will admit she was wrong, and yeah, you were right. Which is pretty much what she did. Then she gave me an opportunity right at the worst possible fucking time in the world. Like women usually do. No offense to the female kind, but yeah, you picked the worst time to do things sometimes. Males are probably guilty of it as well, but we kind of think things through. Is it the best time to do this? I'm just going on past experiences and what happened to me, but I mean, turning up, well, my current partner was, I think she was 8 or 9 months pregnant, like she was almost ready to fucking drop. And then admitting you're wrong, and then, hey, you can come with me or you can stay with your pregnant missus. So I'm like, huh? What the fuck? You see why I've got a sort of cautious outlook on the world and people. Or basically I say, fuck the world. Because when someone does that to you, you just got a big fucking question mark above your head going, now if you're in the same situation and a woman come along and did the same thing, and you're both in agreement, but you aren't going to be happy about it. And we never spoke. Like, after I made my decision, the one with the 4-year-old, we spoke a couple of times, briefly, over some kind of social media, I think. So I wasn't even speaking, it was texting. And now, she keeps in contact with my mother because of, well, back in the day she did. That particular child is like I said, she's 26 now and she's got a list of, I don't know, like I keep it, that's for me. Even though they don't know me, I know them and I keep an eye on them. I think she's got one grandchild. Well, she got one child. She may have two. Well, it's a bit hard when she's down south and I'm up here in the north. And when they get into another relationship or new relationship or married or whatever, the name changes. So it's a bit hard to fucking keep a track of every cunt. And when you've got 7 children and 2 grandchildren, and a fucking mess of a fucking family, it's hard to keep a track of everything. And it's not all to one woman, like, and technically I only have 5 children to one woman, so it's not really that bad. I did just the same as my mother. She had 5 children to 3 different men. So that's, I see that worse. At least I had all my kids with the same woman. Apart from two. My stepson, which I still class as my son, and my daughter, my 26-year-old daughter. But that's the other thing. You women think that the father doesn't know that that's our child. You don't think, like, especially a guy like me, where I have a mathematical mind.
So you can lead a master class on clucking.
I don't take your word for it.
So I won't tell you what you already know. But allow
I
me to
do the math.
successful. You
And if you do the math right,
PDs combined.
you know exactly who the father is.
Not a bad day's work.
Because, you know, there was only one person there at the time sleeping with you. So that's how the male knows. That's how I knew 4 years previous it was my child, because I'd done the math before she'd even opened her fucking mouth. She said she was pregnant. The next thing I was doing is calculating when was the last time I slept with her.
Fatal holes in the hull of this operation.
And it fit.
To leave with two things.
She said she just met this guy. I'm like, nah, it's mine.
Steal it all.
But I slept with it. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Do the math.
Extra equipment you sourced if you feel something else will be
It took her 4 years to figure out the math. And it wasn't the math, it was the fact that she had to wait for her child to look like me. Because I didn't look like the other fella.
That's way out there.
He couldn't have been the father. Basically. Plus my ethnic doesn't come out in my children. Maybe in features, but not in colour. Because I don't have the colour. I'm a Migaloo. Aboriginal people know what that means. Like, I'm a white half caste. Well, let's say tan half caste. Oh, I fucked it up. He saw me. He ducked, so he definitely saw me. But that colour doesn't come out of my children, and it took one of my ex-partners 4 years to see that the colour's not going to come out. Where the fuck?
Should grant you access to
I don't know if he's there or not.
including the basement.
No, here he comes now. Knock it off, you idiots! Yeah, they're throwing their fucking nuts around again. My cats are fucking idiots.
Yeah, you said that shit right, homie.
Typical brothers.
It's clear this place is barely functioning as a chicken factory. One would assume they'd have more Cluck and Bell staff to keep up appearances.
Basically just a pissing match.
Just how bold criminals can be once
Whose
they
balls are bigger?
in their pocket.
The two oldest. Zeus doesn't get into it. Just MJ and Skitsy. Yeah. I've got to the point on this that even if I fuck up, I don't fuck up. Knock it off, you... I'm gonna fucking smack you two to fucking knock your heads together. That's what I mean. Like, how can you not treat your animals like kids when two brothers are acting exactly the same way as me and my fucking brother used to? Oh, we used to try and kill each other. Not literally, but today's standards, I don't think any parent would let two brothers play with pellet guns or 22s. Oh, we used to play a game called War.
Once you get into the storage area, fill your pockets.
Hence the reason I've got a shot in my knee. No, it's just a 22. Like, nothing serious. And my brother's got a bullet hole in his foot. A 22. It scratched the skin. Well, it broke the skin basically. That's why I laugh when I hear about 22s being used for certain things. It's like, yeah, I do understand the caliber, and if you shoot it in the right place, you can kill someone. And if it's a semi-automatic, you get off more than one round, so you possibly might make a bigger hole if you can shoot in the same place. But whoever or whatever you're shooting at isn't going to stand there and let you shoot it. Not like when someone's paused on the radio or paused on the fucking public session and someone flies by and blows you up because you don't know what you're doing. That's the other thing that used to irritate me. I would be sitting there like, just got out of the carport, trying to choose me fucking radio station and figure out where the fuck I'm going. Someone will fly past on that fucking Oppressor Mark II and blow me up. And he's like, oh, just deal with it. I'm like, fucking deal with it, cunt. I wasn't even moving. But that's the other thing. If I had an Oppressor Mark II, you wouldn't want me to come and play. Because as much as I hate flying, I'm just as good in the air as I am on the ground. And so is my character. I mean, yeah, I show off every time I do that fucking humane one where we pick up the EMP and I fly my plane upside down and try and get it as close to the ground as possible while shooting. Yeah, that's a bit of a show-off thing, but I don't like being up in the air. Even in the real world when I used to fly, I don't like being up in the air because the worst thing about the bad thing about being up in the air to driving on the ground, or because I used to tell people on boats, you see that life raft or that dinghy, if this thing goes down, you better be on it, because I sure as shit will be. I ain't fucking drowning in the middle of the ocean. Fuck that shit. Well, you see that life raft? That's mine. You may be the captain of this fucking boat, but when we get on that life raft, if you're not on that life raft, I don't give a fuck about you, mate. I'm not going down with the ship. It's the same with planes. When something goes wrong in the air, like just say the motor cuts out, that's a long way to fall. And as they say on running on empty, it's not the speed that hurts, it's a sudden stop. But when a plane falls out of the sky, you do realize that heavy object will hit terminal velocity. Once something hits terminal velocity... Oh shit. 92, 42, 13. When something reaches terminal velocity, especially when it's falling out of the sky, it hits the ground very fucking hard. To the point where there won't be much left. Hence the reason, in a plane crash, they got to piece everything back together. Because there ain't much left after a plane crash. Doesn't matter what it hits, water, ground, there's nothing left. Like, Unless you bring it in on an angle, if you don't come, you know, straight down.
The fastest means of escape is still a getaway vehicle that you
The chances of survival are very slim. Yeah, I just made that look easy. Like I said, with repetition, everything looks easy. There's a fucking helicopter shooting at me there. That's the helicopter you gotta outrun. Oh no, it's a guy. Taking pot shots at me. Yeah, I don't like it either, but it can be done.
Jorge will only open the lockup if it's safe to do so.
Ah, fuck off, social fucking ads. Beep, beep. Whoa, 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 whoa. Never done that before. Yeehaw, Grandma. Yeah, you can use the hydraulics, but I'd rather not. It just slows the fucker down. This little van, I mean, it doesn't go really fast, but it goes hard enough. Outrunning a Maverick. I'm putting distance between me and the helicopter. Given it's not coming after me. Oh, it is now. See, that's what I mean. I look at my GPS. I want it like, you want to know how I know where I'm going, I look at all them squiggly lines and I pick one. I also look for familiar landmarks, that's why I don't have to mark the map. And this works every time, no train. Well, it hasn't been in the last, 10 times I've done it. Although the train will turn up on A series when you come down there with your Benson or the other vehicles. The technical will fit like a glove. Fucking follow me over the hill, the cunt.
You know, when I was rookie, I was chomping at the bit for a raid like that. Bullets flying, car chases, high on the
Oh, he's right on me. I'm gonna have to take him out.
I am perfectly content to listen on an earpiece from a comfortable distance, quaffing on a delicious beverage. And look at you cleaning up this town, halfway to being an employee of the LSPD, huh? If you pocketed some of that cocaine for yourself, you'd practically be a ranked officer.
Goodbye. Annie. If anyone's asking me how, Annie. Ex-sniper. And I've done it in the real world. And it's fucking scary. Because it kind of almost landed on me. Us, I should say. And my spotter was sitting there screaming at me the whole time. No, 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 no! No shot, no shot.
They've fallen back.
I don't know about you, but I don't want to fucking Huey with fucking 2 miniguns fucking spewing bullets at me. So I decided to take, well, I took the co-pilot out by accident, and then I took the pilot out just as he went to pull away. Which caused him to slump over the stick, and that's why my spotter said no, because he slumped over the stick, pushed the helicopter straight towards us. But that's also the problem with that on this game. Make sure they're not approaching you when you take out the pilot. Make sure they're doing something or just hovering. But if you take the pilot out while they're coming in your direction, it'll take you out. There's another reason I